As the Department of Basic Education, we are pleased about what we were told about the status and the readiness of the examination, not only for the grade 12s, but for the internal grades, that since the floods, the province has done all what it is in its powers to make sure that all learners go back to school. And all learners are back to their original schools, where maybe schools were damaged. Mobile classrooms were provided. In the event, roads and bridges were washed away. Bridges are constructed, are back, and now children can be able to access their schools. So we are happy, and what we have seen today in this school, it makes us to be satisfied that examinations is going to run. Yes, we may not have enough rooms for the grade 12s, especially in this school, because it's a big school, which means when they sit learners according to the norm, they have to overlap to some of the internal grade classes, but not many are affected. It's only one grade that is affected. When checking with teachers, we're told that they are done with the curriculum and now they were busy revising, which means the children, those that are at home today, have not lost anything. And it's not happening in all schools, but in some schools where the numbers are very high.
Yes, maybe the MC will add something on this one.
Well, can we finish the ministers and we're stopping over?
Okay, that's fine.
Minister, surely we appreciate the fact that over the last 3 years, this particular class of learners were affected by COVID-19. What measures were implemented and how's the department feeling around the disruptions of their academic year for about 3 years running now?
These learners were only affected for 2 years. They were affected when they were doing grade 10 and 11, but not that much, because when we trimmed the curriculum, we did not trim the important topics that they are going to be facing at grade 12. So, and another challenge that is facing this class is that on the progression, now we have stopped the multi-examination chance that we're giving to learners. So even those that are progressed, they sit for the full examination and write all subjects. That's why I say these are the two things where they are severely affected. But the department's basic education came with intervention programs, starting from your television, your radio lessons, media industries. And the province also had their own tailor-made plans that suit their condition to cover the work that has been lost in the other grades, grade 10 and 11. So we are happy. They did present to basic education, and we did come to monitor. We have been in the province monitoring the intervention plans, starting from even extra classes, attending on Saturdays, some even on Sundays, autumn classes, winter classes. So where we are, when we speak about exam readiness, we are not only speaking about the administration of the examination, we are speaking about the preparation of the learner to sit for the examination. So we can proudly say the results for this year are not going to be worse for the other years, because we have done all what it takes as the department and the Department of Education in KwaZulu-Natal.
Just one more, ma'am, around the safety of these exam papers. There was a breach back in 2020 that affected some KZN students who got access to the papers ahead of time. Just talk us through what safety measures were implemented to keep the paper safe.
The safety measures are in place. We are not working alone. We are working with the security cluster, and even the intelligence is part of the security of the papers. So when coming to printing, it's individual people that use even their thumb, not just any other access to where the papers are. The transportation of papers, we are not doing that alone as a department, because we may not have the full capacity to protect, but we are working with law enforcement agencies and the security cluster to make sure that papers reach schools on time. So these are the things that the paper can leak and what. We want to commend the work done by our teachers. Our teachers took all the time to prepare the learners. And where they are, they want to see all their efforts. They cannot leak papers. They cannot. Those who can do that may be somebody who is not a teacher who might have an access to the paper and distribute it, especially the group WhatsApp. And these children, most of the time when a paper has leaked, we don't get it from somewhere. We get it from the learners themselves because they become angry. They are ready for the examination. Now somebody posts a paper in their group WhatsApp. That's why they bring this information to our attention to say, we don't want this because we are ready for the exam. And I believe in our teachers, I believe in our learners. Anyone who will do that will be held accountable as soon as possible. Thank you so much.
Perfect.